hop on that wagon. Oh, please just get out the way. You know we stay stunting, right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast, go ahead, stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem, like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, Drip so sick, I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Lover with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Lover with the gang. You know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang. West Coast with the gang. Lover with the gang. You know we don't.
Smash that fucking like button, beaches. Smash that like button. Smash. Yeah. Whoa.
Watch me finesse. Walk to the line. Good versus evil.
Let's make some sick fucking games. Smash that motherfucking like button. Do not be shy.
Glad that you asked.
Smash it.
Mud in my glass. God clean me up. All that I ask.
Pinch those nips while you're at it. Why not?
I am ahead.
Come on.
You are in last.
You know you want
I'm a
to.
check. You are all gas. Gas in the whip.
Am I on speaker right now, Melissa Perez?
I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious. You put me on blast. Blasting that Darius. Kids in the back. Back to the future. The future is black. Black like T'Challa. Wakanda attack.
Gang. Y'all. You know we don't play games. Come on, you know we don't play fucking games. Fucking pussy. Y'all. It's a daily swole. 1483 bitches. Y'all. Whoa. Enormous. Yeah.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Oh, come on, you fucking twunts. Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1483 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What is going on? Beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and you hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio, Everest, and K2 flexing on all you beaches, the sponsors of the Daily Swole. From 1 to 1483. What is going on, beaches? Holy shit. 1483. 7 pillars, 7 motherfucking pillars. Now, of course, Tess Hornaday she's here. Ooh, I just popped my hip. But of course, we need to present the card. I need to show you really like the color. Look at that. We got the nice 7. We got the nice P. Look at that. Is that a bronze? I don't know. And we have the 1483. Look at that bleed through. That's just enough. Bam. All right. So Tessie Von Tessie. Oh. You're sexy. You sexy thing. You sexy thing. I believe in miracles. Making gains. You sexy thing. Oh, your hair is off, Tessie. Hold on a second. I got you. There you go. There, atta girl. How we doing, fam? Let's get some gorillas going. Make sure you smash that like button. How many of you smashed that like button already? Did you? Did you smash? Hello? Did you smash the like button? Make sure when you come in, you don't do anything first. You don't do anything before you smash. You don't do anything before you smash the like button. What did you train today? What did you smash today? What did you do today, Swole fam? We're going to get into the tip just in a moment, but let's see what we got going on and who's showing up live today. Look, some like pretty colors. They are pretty colors. Carolyn Crow, what up? I have a question. I have surgery. My shoulder Wednesday, June 5th. You're spelling all sexy like June 1st. Any ideas on how to keep active after your shoulder surgery? Well, you should probably be getting that information from your physical therapist and your orthopedist, your doctor, your medical team, your medical staff people. Like, what are we doing in this medical field? My God, I'm sure they're going to take care of you just fine. So default, whatever I tell you right now, default to what the medical people say about your shoulder. Your therapist, they should be telling you this. Now, you might not know. I'm sure they're going to. So just default to that. But you want to just be as active as you can with what you can do. And if you can't raise your arm above your... I mean, there are always those people that defy what the doctor says. Don't move your arm like this. And they think, you know what? No, I need to move it. You need to abide by someone who has more education on the subject than you do. So based on your situation, you need to default to the people that are doing the work on you based on your situation. I don't know what, it's not that surgery is not just that simple. It's not, hey, I'm getting surgery on my shoulder. What should I do? Well, what kind of surgery? What's getting repaired? What's getting redone? Depending on what is getting fixed is going to determine how much you want to move it, what type of things you want to do, what you want to avoid, how much time it's going to take to recover. So there are many ways, but of course, if it's lower body stuff, you could do lower body. You can go for a walk, make sure that you take care of your shoulder. If it's rotator cuff stuff, you're going to have a sling. They're going to do whatever they're supposed to do with you, right? They're going to tell you. And you could do yoga. You could do any kind of lower body stuff and whatever you're cleared for, whatever you're cleared for, medically cleared, medical clearance. Don't downplay medical clearance. Okay. Where am I? All right. Okay, let's see. Gonna do my SMR while listening. Hell yeah. Pillar number 4, recovery. Get your recovery. When's the last time everyone foam rolled? Today might be a foam rolling day. I need to do some mobility. Today is not a resistance day. It's gonna be some movement, some foam rolling, maybe a little bit of both. Might do a little foam rolling before I do some yoga. I need to get in some deep shit. I need to get into some deep shit. Finally, there's some sun. There's some sun today in Florida. I don't know if it's everywhere like that, but finally, it's decent out. Got a little sun on my tits today. I'm going to walk the pup in a little bit. So after the podcast, I'm going to go walk all sexy girl. And then we'll see what's up. We got some more stuff. We got some more sack to drop. We got some more sack. So shout out to everyone that's pumping, everyone the Swole fam. We got some good stories. We got some good shit to go down. Core training, Jen back in biceps, Monica, Swolga strength. Very nice. Jessica, Scorched Earth, Lower Burn 2. How many of you are in this current week? I always ask every time, but you never know who's watching. How many of you are in the current week of Scorched Earth? How many of you are in Sear and Melt already? Madeline Crawford, Yoga and Meal Planning, 7 Pillars. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Vanessa, some Swolga and Swollen 7 Mobility. Angel went for a run at the beach. 50 Shades of the Smash. Fucking smash it. Fuck the smash it. Fucking smash. Smash. Cooking up a steak? Oh, yeah, that's sexy. It's been burning up in California. It's been hot. What's the temperature like? What does that mean? What's burning up in Florida and California? What does burning up mean? Finally, it's nice. I mean, it's just the first day where there's actually been some sun. There's actually been some fucking clearance. It's been nasty. Nasty flooding, nasty rain. Bump, 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 bump. Come on, Steve, get on that. Cutting the bushes and listening to the podcast. I haven't cut one bush yet. Let's go. Let's go, Steve. Cut that bush, motherfucker. Cut that bush. Cut that bush. It's 104 today. 110 in Arizona. Okay, that's hot. That's hot. I was like, what do you mean hot? Yeah, that's hot. Yeesh. Yeesh. Holy shit. 104 and 110. I've been in Vegas heat like that. California? Have I been really hot? Yeah, I've been in LA in the summer. But it's not like I've been to Vegas in June. Yeah, it's fucking so fucking hot. It's literally like being in an oven. It's a fucking oven. It's an oven. I don't think it's that hot. Like it does. I guess it does feel hot. Of course, if you're in Florida, you get the humidity too. That's the difference. That's the difference. You get the humidity too. Anywhere you get the hot and the humid, oh, it's like the jungle. It's a fucking jungle. It's not a good look. It's not a good thing. Nothing you want to be dealing with. And cut the bush. That's what she said. El Dorado County. Where's that? Is that in Texas? Is it in Tejas? Shoveled a fuckload of rocks the last 2 days. It was 85 to 90 both days. Still did my upper and lower burn workouts first. Ouch. Sick. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Hydrate. Nico Cotto doesn't have nuts on his chin. He has nuts in between his chins. Speaking of which, let's get into today's sack, and we'll keep on ranting. We'll keep on raging. So a lot of gyms are opening back up, and a lot of people are venturing back. So I'm still curious if gyms are opening in your area. So let me know in the comments down below. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. So today's video was, by the way, today's Swole card, 7 pillars. So if you want to win today's Swole card, let me pour some more coffee. If you want to win today's Swole card, drop it in the comments down below. Make sure you use the hashtag 7 pillars. 7 pillars at every fucking day. Consistency. Today the theme was consistency. A lot of people are thinking, and I want you to think long term. Long term, just like the quote that I was running at the bottom of the page, thinking long term is important. If you really want to think about your training, what do the 7 pillars represent? What do the 7 pillars mean? It all adds up to that 7th pillar. It all adds up to consistency. So how are you thinking about your results when it comes to your training? How are you thinking of your outcome? Are you thinking short term? Are you thinking in 3 months? Or are you thinking in 30 years? Everyone get some more coffee. Are you thinking 3 months or 30 years? 3 months or 30 years? I think that's a good comparison. Too many people are thinking in that 3-month time frame. Now, of course, your goals might change. Maybe you want to bulk. Maybe right now you want to put on a lot of muscle. Maybe you need to, like, you're right, I'm skinny. I need to put on muscle. I need to add some size to my frame and some foundation, right? Some strength, some lean tissue. So you go bulking for a while. It doesn't mean that you're always going to want to bulk for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean that your outcomes you might not want to look different. Maybe you want to focus on mobility and you want to do yoga and you focus on yoga for a couple years. There's a period where you just get really into that. That's fine. That's fine to have a bias. That's fine to have a different direction. All those different things, that's going to be just the repetitions and doing your training and making sure you're covering it. Just because you're focusing on yoga doesn't mean you stop doing weight training. Okay, they're all important, but you can definitely bias more towards yoga. You can still do your weights. You could still do the 90-day dash. You could still do a strength training protocol, but you can bias your training more towards mobility just because that's what you enjoy the most. And that's what you are. That's who you are more as a person. That's just your style. And likewise, if you're into more lifting weights, doesn't mean you should ignore yoga. It just doesn't have to be, you don't have to be doing 10 yoga classes a week. You don't have to be doing hour-long classes. Maybe for you, the 30-minute express 2 or 3 times a week is plenty. For someone else, you might be doing 7 days, an hour. So those kinds of details are what changes, but your approach to training and your approach to nutrition, if it's a long-term approach, we're getting to some knowledge cock right here, but the long-term approach, but that's why the 7 pillars are important. Because if you are doing each one every day and you're thinking long-term, you're going to put in the effort that's going to get you that long term. You think differently. You actually put in different kinds of work. You put in different work when you're thinking 30 years, when you're thinking 20 years, when you're thinking 3 years, when you're thinking your life. When you put a bigger number on it, you plan differently. So think about that from everything, from like your investments. You invest differently. When you buy a house, you're thinking of that as maybe a 20, 30 year, or maybe the rest of your life. You're like, this is where I'm going to live. This is my house. I'm staying here. Maybe it's not like, hey, I'm buying this and I'm going to sell it and move somewhere else. You're thinking about that kind of an investments differently. You buy a house. Hey, I'm going to have a family and I'm going to do this. So you're planning for more than just, hey, I'm going to rent here for a year and then we're going to go somewhere else. So it depends on you're making a different decision. And too many people think about, hey, I want to lose weight now. They think, hey, how quickly can I lose 60 pounds? How quickly can I lose 50 pounds? I need to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. Is that possible? Everyone's trying to think of like that short term. that short fucking term. I mean, is it possible to lose 100 pounds in a year? Sure. Is it possible to lose 100 pounds in 6 months? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's been done. It doesn't mean that it's safe. It doesn't mean that it's healthy. It doesn't mean that's the best way to do it. Just because something's possible to be done fast, it doesn't mean that it should be done fast. But that's the problem, is that it's a short-term desire. You want that now. But it's really about what your long-term vision is, that you're going to make better decisions. You're going to invest better. You're going to invest your money in the stock market and leave it there for 30 fucking years. And you're not going to take it out every time the market dips. You're going to leave it in there, and long-term, all of a sudden, hey, the country's still here, so the market's going to be higher. You just need to weather the storm. You need to have those 20 or 30-year mutual fund. It's a different way to invest. Something more secure, more steady, long-term, less volatile, less risk. Long-term investments. Your body's a long-term investment. It's the same way you would buy a house. It's the same way you would invest in something for a long-term return, just for stability. It's an investment. Your body is the same kind of investment, and it's really the most important, because all the other stuff, it doesn't matter if you're fucking dead. If you can't, it doesn't matter if you have, hey, at least my stocks are doing well. You're dead. You're dead. I mean, it's good if your family inherits them, and then, okay, so it does help them. But you can't enjoy, like, the things that you're putting value on before your health. You can't enjoy any of that if you don't have your health. You like cars, and you like to spend money on your car, and you'd rather spend money on your car than spend money and time and effort on your body. Well, if you're fucking in a hospital bed, you can't go and drive your car. You have a garage full of fancy fucking cars, and you can't even get out of a goddamn bed. So it's what's really most important. Wouldn't you rather not have a car and be able to walk? Wouldn't you rather not have any possessions but have your health, because you can walk and move and still exist? Or do you want to have all the stuff in the world and be sick and dying? It is that extreme. Maybe not literally in your life right now. Maybe you don't have all the riches in the world and terrible health. That's an extreme, but that just proves the truth. The extremes can definitely give you a better vision of where that middle ground lies, and if it exists at all. It's just, if you can't go all the way the other direction, then it's not a good look. Then it's not a good option. Then it's not. Then the foundation, the principles that you're gauging good and bad is not a good judgment. You don't want to have all the physical possessions and not have your health. That's awful. You need to take care of your body. That should be top of your fucking list. That should be number one. Is taking care of yourself. Your health, investing, making sure that is good so you can enjoy the other things. Enjoy the other things in your life. Enjoy the other things in your life, boy. So let's get into some, what do we think? What are we thinking? Sarah, trying to think long term, but I'm used to short term. I need to start thinking long term. That's what she said. No, it's true. It's true. You need to start thinking long term. You make better decisions. But it's tough for people. It's tough because you don't get the instant gratification. You have to put in the hard work now, and then maybe it pays off. I mean, you still have to be consistent with it. So to put in a lot of work today, and then shit, I got to do it again tomorrow. And then I got to do it again tomorrow. And then I got to do it again tomorrow. Yeah, you got to be consistent, resistant from other shit. You have to create your own environment. You have to block out all this fucking noise and nonsense of people trying to eat like shit. You know, we're doing battle, fam. We're fucking doing battle. Are we not? We're doing battle against all this bullshit. We're doing battle against terrible mindsets. We're doing battle against bad food being offered and being promoted every fucking turn. You know, we're fighting against the tides. It really is. It really is. It's really a nonstop assault. And people don't want to put in that kind of fucking work. People don't want to put in that kind of effort. They'd rather have that instant gratification when it comes to food. They'd rather not do it. This is the fight of our fucking lives. No joke. It's going down. It's going fucking down. So today's video on YouTube was a Nikocado avocado my reaction. And I actually have a question. I'm curious how many of you watched today's video and how many of you enjoyed it. I don't want to talk about this for a second, actually, because I'm curious and I figure what better place. You know, I'm thinking, hey, let me do a poll. Let me ask in the group. Like, let's just do it now. Let's do it live. So let's talk about, did you watch today's video? And I'm just curious. I'm just curious because there's some things that I'm enjoying about the video and about the style of video, and just, you know, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I'm trying to provide that kind of like balance between some fucking slaps in the fucking face, getting a message across, and also having some fun, so it's not like, you know, miserable fucking shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets pretty fucking depraved. So let's go into a couple of the comments, and then I actually do want to get some feedback and talk a little bit about it. And we'll go through some of your posts. So this one's from Christian Johns, and she says, "Careful, Papa. It almost looks like you got some enjoyment on this one. Seriously, though, we need more reaction vids like this." Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. Oh, gorillas. Pedro, I cannot even process how disgusting the clips alone make me feel. I can't imagine the amount of sugar and crap these idiots are shoveling in their mouths. Tara, oh my God, we need more of Papa's reaction videos. Hilarious. Thank you. Your favorite dingler. This is some real salty sack, fam. Gold. It was super fucking salty. Super fucking salty. Megan, he actually used to be likable and even sweet when he was a vegan. Nico Cotto, he was sweet when he was vegan. Is it possible? Is it possible that food can fuck someone's brain up, can change their personality? Is it possible? Nick has an illness from most of what the world is suffering from nowadays. It's called I want money and attention. Fucking preach. This one's from Kashina. Have we come to the conclusion that maybe he's had that erratic behavior because of all the trash he eats? We know that food is fuel and food can cause effects in the brain. No shit. That's what I'm saying. Blue Suede Blades. Was I the only one who started violently gagging when Nico Cotto started piling on the cheese? And this is from literally question marks. The name is literally question marks, like 8 or 10 question marks. That's the person's screen name. That's the person's screen name. That's what they went on Google. That's what they want on Gmail. Hey, what do you want your name to be on your channel? Where do you want your name to be? And he's like, question marks. Like, how many? Like 11. Yeah. What the fuck? Who chooses this shit? Anyway, Papa Swole doesn't need clothing. His facial hair alone is enough. Robin Guardabasio. Diabetes is a spicy meatball. I want this on a tank top. Uh-oh, we got some gear coming already. From this shit. Diabetes is a spicy meatball. Fuck, it's like a Jim Carrey skit. Fucking ridiculous. Let me see what you guys are dropping in the comments. And Nicholas, I'm glad I wasn't eating during it. Yes, I did. Your reactions are hilarious. Thank you, Siobhan. I'm curious. It ruined my breakfast, wasted my eggs. Oh, you didn't put them on your face like Nico Cotto? Denny, yes, and I like the advice you gave at the start of the video to that girl. Yeah, see, that's what was interesting. I wanted to ask. I enjoyed your reaction to today's video. Thanks, Diana. Madeline, that was the first video I've seen with Nico Cotto. What the fuck? Your reaction videos are great. So that's the... No, I hear you, Lisa. I'm trying not to watch those, trying to fight my own binge eating, and watching people eat the foods I'm craving is hard right now. I agree. Smart. Good for you. Don't expose your eye holes to it then. Bloomy, been following for a few months, finally catching a stream for the first time. The channel and podcasts are a great motivator to keep me on the grind. A month in and down just over a stone. That's like what, 14 pounds? Congratulations. Good stuff, Bloomy. Good shit. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I've been thinking, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. I'm just having some, I don't want to say I'm having, like it's a strong message. Like a lot of these videos going after the face fuckers, like it gets very aggressive. The problem with doing content like that, it can weigh down as well. It can weigh down. It's hard to fucking, it can get very negative to be like, you know, raging on people all the time because it's fucking disgusting. So it's an interesting way to flip the script, the reaction videos. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to look at these things and just for as ridiculous as they fucking are. And I know a lot of people do that. The problem is it gets sponsored. The problem is it glorifies fucking binge eating. It glorifies this fucking nonsense. It gives people these fucking avenues. And I see these channels, they gain so many subs every day. Why are they gaining more subscribers? Why are they getting more subscribers? Why are they getting more and more and more attention? But too often you have reaction videos that don't provide any value. So it's interesting. Like it's a different take. It's a different take. And I've just been playing around with trying to combine both because I don't want to do like a reaction channel per se. But I've thought about doing full videos. Some people are going to be here for that part, and then some people aren't. So been kind of like combining the videos a little bit. What do you guys think about that? Just curious. What do you think about the combination? Do you like the post at the beginning and then a little bit of reaction? You get a little bit of both. Not every video is going to be the same. Just curious. Curious if you like those videos, if you think just longer reaction ones, longer clips, just longer the whole thing. Just curious. Just curious. Playing around with some different shit. But I didn't see those. The best part is I didn't see those clips before. That's the best part. I don't know if everyone, that's legit. I did not see any of those clips before. That was the first time. I recorded those first time through. So those were legit. Of course, they were a little chop up. Of course, like it wasn't a straight, definitely put like most of the highlights or the best parts and stuff like that. Cause some of it was just like, but yeah, those were the first time I saw those things. Couldn't fucking believe, because I see certain things. I don't watch every fucking video. So to actually sit there and see some of this shit, it's like, my God, the fuck do people watch? Some people watch this shit. Who wants to eat that? Why does this person want to do that? Who wants to put those things in their mouth? Fuck. And even when I've had fast food. I've had fast food before. I think pretty much everyone's had fast food before. But to dip that whole fucking burger in fucking cheese, how depraved can you be as a person? It's fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. That was so nasty. Thanks, Kashina. I like them. Denny. Ella, yes. You should do more. Josh, a mixture of both. Tracy, I love it. I definitely wanted a longer reaction, though. It was too funny. Your reactions are entertaining. Well, that's what does really well on TikTok as well. I do those duets, and people are like, you're not doing any work. I like humor where you don't have to say everything. I like the subtleties of reactions. But it's actually how I'm thinking. I think because all of you understand what the words are I'm thinking. I enjoy a good sack-filled Papa Surprise. Interesting. We'll continue to mix it up. Short reaction and after you give your message. Yeah, I think people like both. Well, here's the thing. I like both. I like both because one of the things that I do like a lot, and this is, I agree with what Brenna says, and this is kind of what I wanted to get your feedback because first, I kind of assumed you thought the same thing that I was already feeling, but I just wanted to hear just in live real time because I think this is important for people. This is what we do here on the Daily Swole is that, of course, this is the fam podcast. This is the behind the scenes. This is the pulse of what's going on in the Swole fam and in the Swole sphere. And it's very easy for things to get lost. It's very easy for messages to get misconstrued, and it's very easy for things to get lost in the noise. And too many times people brand themselves and they back themselves into a corner, and they maybe change their mind and they want to start helping people, or they pigeonhole themselves in terms of types of content. They pigeonhole themselves based on what they think they should do rather than what they want to do. And that's one of the issues with the mukbang channels. A lot of people did this for views and they can't stop because they have a mukbang channel. How do you even stop doing that? How do you stop doing a channel that eats things when you've created an audience that wants to watch you eat things? You're making tons of money on ads. So you think you're going to be able to step outside the box and kind of, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm only going to do this for the money. And then I'm going to do it. But then because then you're kind of selling your soul after a while. And if you're trying to create something that you want to be doing every day, and if you're making a lot of videos, you got to have fun. So to be honest, this is what has actually breathed some life into just me. It's exhausting sometimes. It's exhausting to fucking rage on the same shit and not see people take action. It can be very frustrating. And that's why I vent so hard. And that's why the message is so hard. It's got to cut through the noise to be able to make a fucking difference. And not enough people are speaking loud enough or consistent enough. And people are just pandering to what they think people want to see rather than what they should be saying. So Brenna says, I really enjoyed starting the videos with some fam posts. It's really nice to hear your advice. And those that won't pay attention to your hour-long podcast get a little taste of how great it is. Thank you, Brenna. I appreciate it. I'm actually thinking of maybe we go do some, might be some more of those. It's possible. Might do some more of them, or, we'll poke around. But I like doing the best of both worlds. And I know some people in the comments, some of the people in the comments were, they miss the point of the video. They think because of the clickbait that of course it is clickbait. They think that the whole video is going to be just all Nikocado. It's like, well, that's the entertaining portion. That's what's going to get people to get the message. Understand that's how it's done. It's like, hey, here's the entertainment. Well, I'm also going to fuck your face with some fucking nuts. I'm actually going to give you some fucking info. I'm going to give you some fucking feedback. I'm going to tell you some goddamn truth before you get the entertainment. And you see how ridiculous this fucking shit is. You're about to get fucking sacked. You're lucky you get a warning. Not everyone does. And the burger dipped in cheese killed me. I know. Peaceful Lifter. Nice name. I'm not a fan of reaction vids, but yours was hilarious. Thank you. And also, it's one of those things where I think straight reaction videos are rude. I think they're rude, and I think they're disrespectful of people's time. Because some of these videos are like, 50 or 40 fucking minutes. They mukbang for 40 fucking minutes. Can you imagine doing a reaction video and watching the whole fucking video? Then you have to watch me watch the whole fucking video. If I were to make a reaction channel, I'm just saying that's what reaction channels do. They react to the video and they watch the whole video. And those get tons of fucking traction. Like those get lots of views. I just don't want to watch all that shit. I don't want to watch the whole fucking video. So at least I get sent these like mashup clips, and that's like, okay, I haven't seen it. And that's the best part. I haven't seen it already. And they're just like highlights. It's ridiculous. So it's kind of like a surprise. It's a surprise. People are fucking with me. Isabel, I love your TikTok duets. You're the damn reason I downloaded TikTok. So thanks for that. I started doing some fitness content again. I think I'm going to go back to the duets. Just no words, just the coffee, sipping coffee, doing some duets. People hate on that shit so fucking hard. People hate on that so hard. They're like, well, I'm making fun of someone, or I'm teasing someone, trolling someone. Everyone in the comments, what are you doing? What are you doing that's any better? You're not even saying anything. You're just drinking coffee, making some facial expressions. You're missing the point, fam. People are missing the fucking point. Let's see here. Papa Swole is the only person I follow on TikTok. Yay! Thank you. Nadine, it's definitely a modern day example of selling your soul for profit. It's indeed unethical. I think it becomes that way for a lot of people. I really do. I think people that have gained so much clout, so to speak, on YouTube, gearing towards a certain niche and not creating content really like they want. Some people do. Some people change depending on what they want, and that takes a lot of balls. And when I say balls, I mean like it means breaking from the natural pattern. Is, hey, let me keep on going after this dopamine kick. Let me get more subscribers. Let me get more of this. And all of a sudden, like there are rules that are outside anyone's control when it comes to YouTube. Like all of a sudden people are telling me that they're not getting their notifications for YouTube videos anymore. And all of a sudden my reach for my videos have plummeted. So all of a sudden after like a period of time, you know, it grew like it's they turn on the faucet for whatever reason. They allow a lot of people to see my videos, things get monetized, and all of a sudden they turn the faucet off, and then people aren't getting their notifications anymore, and they stop distributing it so much. So whatever the reasons are behind, you can't control that shit. But what you can control is what kind of content you put out for you. And I think that's where a lot of people lose their goddamn minds psychologically too, with social media. One of the reasons why social media is looked at as such a negative thing. I think it's great. It's just a hyperactive and a super fast version of how human beings normally communicate. So it's accelerated. We're not used to dealing with it yet. So we're still learning to grasp how this all works, because things are changing so fast from year to year that it's just too fast for most people to handle. We have this blend of worlds that is really awkward and uncomfortable to transition into. So I think social media is great. This is why we have the Swole fam, because of social media and because of the internet. And point being is I think I lost my train of thought. But what I want to say overall is it's what you make of it. It's how you use it. It's all a tool, how you use it. This interconnectivity, this new world that we're living in, this transition, like our psychological health, that's what we're talking about. Living in this world where everything is super fast, super stimulating. Everything is just super now. Short term, we're talking about long term earlier. So your mental health and your ability to process these things, like we're just processing too much. We're absorbing too much. And the kind of content, this is where I was going with this, I remember, the kind of content you put out personally. How many of you create content? Let's talk about this for a second. How many of you create, this is important. How many of you create content? How many of you create content, even on a small scale? You post on your Instagram page, you post on Facebook, you share some pictures. I mean, technically, if you're in the Swole fam and you're posting, you're sharing content. You're sharing your thoughts. So I'm going to assume that you're commenting here. So you're sharing your thoughts. You're putting stuff out there. So your environment is also what you create. Your environment is also what you create. So when you're surrounding yourself with better voices, with better people, the Swole fam, remember pillar number 1 is community. It's what you surround yourself with and with whom you surround yourself with. But it's also based on what you create. Now, you need to fill your own cup. You need to recover. You need to take care of yourself. But community is also you within yourself and who you surround yourself with. You respect yourself more, like these face fuckers, like these overeat and binge eaters and all these problems, people with these eating disorders and these body image issues. If you respect yourself more, you're going to respect yourself based on it's going to be reflected with whom you surround yourself with. Meaning, if you respect yourself and you want to take care of yourself, you want what's best for you. If you want what's best for you, I'm just trying to explain this in every way that I can. If you want what's best for you, you are naturally going to surround yourself with better people because you want what's best for you. You're going to surround yourself with people that are more positive. You're going to surround yourself with people that are more inspirational. You're going to watch things that actually give you value and give you information. You're going to listen to less drama. You're going to absorb less nonsense. You're going to want to educate yourself. You're going to want to train more. You're going to want to learn a new skill. It becomes this vicious cycle of, hey, I want to do better. Once you start seeing, hey, if I put in effort here and I can get better and do better, it makes you want to do better it just makes you want to do more. It makes you want to put in more effort. And that's important. So what you put out, you can think of it as like what you put out into the universe. You can think of it like that. It doesn't have to be foofy, but that's the general concept. So if I'm always raging, and I'm always, leveling out, even if it's just pretend, It's still generating that kind of fucking energy. And I'm not saying energy like foofy energy. I'm talking about vibes. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm always putting aggressive fucking sack, it's draining to me too. It's draining. It's draining because that kind of energy, I have a point, I have a message, but it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable all the time, which is why you have to be at peace in your life with your environment. Do you understand? This is why meditation's so important, because you can't have that kind of internal angst and stress with people in your circle. You can't have that with people online. You can't have that with your parents because they have different political beliefs. Like, you can't have that kind of energy in your fucking body. So and people don't realize that when they're posting online, like leaving negative comments. Now, I know I drop sack, and I know I go hard, and I know I don't say a lot of nice things all the time to people. I don't. All right. Look, this is just how I do things. This is what I do, but I'm sending a fucking message. I want to send a positive message. There's a positive reason. The intent is there. And I know that's why there's so much positivity here. And I know that's why that's a Swole. And I know it comes off because otherwise we wouldn't have this here today. And I wouldn't be doing these sack videos and getting just overwhelming, like 99% positive feedback on them. So it's important to also have this kind of balance, meaning can't always rage, can't always lose your I can't always lose my fucking mind. That's not how I live. That's not how I am as a person. I don't walk around just screaming at people all the fucking time. You all know that because you watch me here. We go sack. We go sack city. We do knowledge cock. We do all that stuff. However, how the fuck ever, it's not 24/7. So it's got to be entertaining. It's got to be knowledge driven. But think about that next time you're posting. Think about that the next time you're posting. But that's the problem. That's the problem. I'm coming at this from a lot of different angles. That's what she said. But that's the problem with people that are creating content that they're not passionate about. Let's say you start doing mukbangs and your channel blows up and you're like, oh shit, but then you don't really want to do it anymore. But then you have millions of subscribers and that's how you're paying the bills. And that's what people follow your channel for. And every time you kind of step outside the line, people are like, oh, they get a lot of hate. No, just eat this, just do this. So then you kind of try to compartmentalize it and then you are not being authentic to yourself. So then you have a huge chunk of your vitality and your identity just sucked fucking out of you. That's the shitty part. And they don't change. And a lot of people just get sucked in, they get into this fucking trap. You've seen it time and time again. This is why YouTube creators, that's why people that put out a lot of content that are really, that's why people that put out a lot of content that are really, that pigeonhole themselves, that's why a lot of times they have these like psychological breakdowns. You see it all the time. People that have these breakdowns is because they always put out the same content. They brand themselves improperly and they put themselves into a fucking corner. And then that's who they are. And then when that starts to not get as much attention and their identity and people and they feel they didn't build it on anything authentic and they feel like they don't have any value and they feel like people don't like them anymore, they get depressed, horribly depressed. That's why people that when they retire from playing sports or they're out of the limelight or they're a famous actor and they no longer in the spotlight anymore, they attach their self-esteem and their self-worth to that kind of attention, and that's dangerous. And this was always like that. Why do you think people that were super famous were always like addicted to shit, pills or fucking drugs or things that were numbing? Because when the lights go off, all of a sudden you feel that fucking empty void. So now we're seeing this at a larger scale because there are more famous people than ever. There's so many people, fucking 14-year-olds are goddamn famous. In the past, it was like, hey, you had, what's her name? Oh, Jesus Christ. Shirley Temple, right? So you had like back in the, 100 fucking years ago, you had Shirley Temple. That was like a child star. And then you had the Little Rascals or before or after, whatever. So a few kids were famous. And then it just became, and then all of a sudden kids got famous in movies in the 60s and 70s and 80s. And now it's just kids on TikTok are just fucking millions of followers. So you have this at a larger scale. More people are famous. More people are famous than ever before. So you're getting a lot of this. Lights go off. This video didn't get a lot of views. So in other words, that's a little bit of insight. Just some thoughts about what you're posting. You know, what thoughts are you posting? What are you putting out there? What's your intent behind your message? Because if you're putting out stuff that you don't want to, then it becomes forced, and then you're going to start being miserable. So it has to give you life. It has to give you some kind of energy. So yeah. And it's actually been really fun the last couple of days doing like the reactions. It's actually been fun. It's made me laugh to laugh at how fucking ridiculous it is. And I know that's why these videos do get attention, their videos, but at the same time, it's like, it can't be, you know, it can't be fucking, you know, gas pedal. It can't be just fucking rage all the time. Like there has to be some fucking, we have to plan for the long term, you know, we have to, with our own, I guess, expression. And I think that comes down to you making comments on videos or comments right now or comments on Twitter, comments on Instagram, anywhere. So whatever you're posting, whatever you're putting out, just make sure that you're mindful of that. So the environment, that creates your environment. That's actually you creating your environment. So be wise about it. All right, fam, let's get into some Swole fam Beeshills. This one's from Emily. What up, Emily? What up, Beesh? Emily says, going into quarantine, my initial goal was to lose 10 pounds. Let's see here. Weight I gained through getting lazy while trying to juggle school and work. After losing about a third of that goal, I shifted my efforts to from just losing weight to getting strong and eating the right amount of nutritious food and keeping my mind clear. I'm happy to say that I finally reached that goal, and I'm even happier to say that I see the weight I've lost as a secondary success to the muscle tone I've seen. The balance and mobility I've gained, and the mental clarity that training every day and cutting shit food out has given me. I didn't have any full body, quote, before shots, but here's a pretty telling before and after face shot for you. And I love this post. So thank you, Emily, for sharing, and thank you for sharing the pic. It was lovely, and you look so happy. So happy. This one is from Amy. Let's get some gorilla grunts going. Zoom in on that. Let me zoom in on that sexiness right here. Okay, Amy, what up? What's up, Beesh? What up, Beesh? So I had a carb binge, fam. I'm in a calorie deficit to lose weight, and I started having an impact. Then the carb craving kicked in, and I had a few beers and mac and cheese. Yeah. I feel like crap. The way I kicked soy was remembering how I felt whenever I ate it, so I don't have soy anymore. But after a week or so of restricted carbs and calories, I felt fine. I got the, quote, high one can get after eating a lot of carbs, but I also feel super full and bloated. I need to focus on the food that makes me feel good. After eating my version of the elimination diet for the past few months, I started to forget how this felt. Then I ate a trigger food tonight, and bam, self-control goes out the window. Then I thought about the Swole fam, and I knew I had to post. Food carb addiction isn't pretty, and recovering from it is a journey. I used to feel like this on a daily basis without knowing why. Oh my fucking God, I was eating sugar and processed carbs like nobody's business. No wonder I felt like fucking crap. The joint pain came back within an hour, a fucking hour. Kids, at this point, I'm going to drink a ton of water because it's also hot as hell. Meditate and go to bed. So Amy is fucking lit. Swole Confessions. Hashtag Swole Confessions. I think we're going to have to make a shirt. Hashtag Swole Confessions. Oh my God. Anyway, sometimes you need that, Amy. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that reminder. Sometimes you need that reminder that this food is fucking legit. Like, this food will fuck you up. And when I say this food, I mean the food that's going to fuck you up. I mean this kind of artificial food, this world we're living in. Like, this shit will be merciless with you. It's not real. It's not real fucking food. We got some coffee. We got some coffee in the house. Coffee talk in the house, fam. So drop your coffee brands in the comments. What do you like to drink? This one is from Sarah from the Swole fam, of course, and she's looking for recommendations. Hey, coffee lovers in the Swole fam. I need recommendations for a good coffee brand besides the pre-ground stuff you get from the supermarket, like Folgers and Maxwell House. Gross. That's not coffee. That's not coffee. That's a Folgers and Maxwell House. That's like the stuff they put between turf on football fields, like that fake rubber, that rubber dirt. That's what Folgers and Maxwell House is. Gross. If possible, provide links where I can buy it. So you can do this in the store, in the group. We don't do outside links in the group, but just the brands are enough. Just the brands. You can just go on Amazon where you can buy them. Amazon, you can buy everything on Amazon. Buy some good stuff. Looking forward to reintroducing coffee soon after the elimination. Thanks, fam. Where's your coffee at? What kind of coffee do you guys drink? This one's from Debbie. What up, Debbie? New member of the Swole fam. What up, D? What up, Debs? Hello, everyone. Been watching Papa Swole for about a year and decided to treat myself to a Swole fam membership for my birthday tomorrow. Welcome to the fam. God fucking damn it. Can that ice cream van stop its music so I can listen to Papa Swole's voice as I type this? It's like a play-by-play. This is like a live post. Anyways, I'm looking forward to crushing it with everyone. I'm aiming to get to 125 pounds. I'm roughly 190 pounds just now, or was when I last checked. Thank you, Papa Swole, for letting me join the fam. Looking forward to chatting to everyone. You're welcome. You can stay. You can stay. It's cool. You can stay. We'll let you stay. We'll let you stay in this Swole fam. But just this once. Just this once. Welcome, Debbie. Welcome, 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 welcome. Reminder, fam. Hashtag 7 pillars for today's Swole card. Hashtag 7 pillars from today's Swole card. So, some good messages in today's podcast. Some good messages. Be the community. Be the community for yourself. That's kind of where we're just coming from with some of this Swole fam action. Make sure you be your own community. When you surround yourself with good people, make sure you're one of them. Make sure you're one of them. We don't think of ourselves. That's what you realize when you start meditating, that you are a person to yourself. You are a person to yourself. Because your self-talk, your voice, how you think about yourself, how you think about your situation, mindfulness, thus brain gains. When you lock that shit down, when you start practicing regularly, you're able to see yourself. That's pretty much how kind of I feel with a regular meditation practice. You feel like you're watching yourself go through your day. Does anyone else feel like that? Is that an accurate explanation of how you kind of feel your mindfulness? Being more present is almost like you are watching yourself do things. It's kind of like you slow things down a little bit. It's almost like your own little internal theory of relativity, if that makes sense too. Right? So how you go further distance from the sun and time goes faster. Kind of like, what was that? Interstellar, when you have like time warps and stuff. It's like that. It's like that. When you practice meditation, you start seeing shit. It's a hard balance because you start seeing a lot of shit as not being as important. You're like, it doesn't really matter. But it's a good thing in a good way. So it helps you start trimming your hedges. It helps you start minimizing what you're doing every day. It helps you start minimizing the stresses in your life. This is what I notice by doing more meditation, more and more. It makes me want to simplify things more in the best way. One of my favorite quotes is about perfection. That perfection is achieved when there's nothing left to take away, not when there's more to add, nothing more to add. So it's all about minimizing things. Where's there extra weight? Where is there extra fluff? Where's there extra frills? Where's there extra attention being spent? How can things be made more efficient? And also, how can things be made more effective? What's the most effective message? What's the least or the most common denominator? What's the simplest way and the most effective way to get a message across to a large amount of people, to one person, on one topic? Like, it's all about simplifying. It's all about simplifying. It's all about narrowing down your focus. So being an aspect of that, making sure that when you're practicing mindfulness, you're able to be a better person to yourself. You're able to start surrounding yourself with a better community, fundamentally by surrounding yourself with a better you. Surround yourself with a better you. That's where you should start your community with. Because then if you surround yourself with you, you're protecting you. but protecting yourself in the sense that you're aware of what you does. You're aware of you's bad habits. So you can be like, hey, those fucking people that you hang out with, you're not fucking hanging out with those people anymore. And you're like, oh, okay, me. You're like, yeah, you. Don't fucking hang out with those jabronis. Yeah. Yeah, get off my lawn. That kind of shit. And that's what I mean. Yeah, that autopilot mode. Yeah. Indescribable one. Mindfulness has definitely allowed me to get out of that autopilot mode. I can be more methodical. Can't even read that for a second. Methodical and disciplined. Methodological. 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 I need some more coffee. Let's do one more post. Let's do one more from the Swole fam. What we got here? What we got here? Let me see. Zoom out on this. Zoom in on this. Let's see. So last week, Chris. So last week I started my gradual elimination diet. I'm seeing some stuff. I'm seeing some water. I'm seeing some water in the comments. You're making me thirsty, fam. You're making me thirsty. You know what to do. If you want a water break, you know what you have to do for it. I'm not buying it yet. Not enough. I'm not seeing enough flow. I'm not seeing enough hydration need. So last week I started my gradual elimination diet, and my goal was to cut out takeaway. That's takeout food, like fast food, alcohol, and processed foods. I'm calling it a 90% success. I had no takeaway, but I did have 2 cans of Coke at a friend's place. And the lockdown laws are easing where I live. And at home, I had 1 hot chocolate and 1 glass of wine. I was proud of myself for only having Coke at my friend's place because I usually drink alcohol. I also didn't have any snacks despite everyone constantly offering them to me. Goal for this week is to keep up the no alcohol, takeaway, and processed foods and eliminate grains, legumes, and dairy. I was planning to eliminate tomatoes this week, but due to poor planning, I've got a few tomatoes in the fridge and I don't want to waste them. I'm going to post again next week and let you all know how I went. So it's like little habits. You know, it's little habits, things like eating the foods that you should be eating before you go to a friend's place, especially if you're doing the elimination diet. Especially if you're doing the elimination, it's because you're eliminating a lot more. What you're going to realize when you start focusing on the pillars is that you're eliminating a lot more than food. The elimination diet is essentially a clean sweep of food, friends, and habits. So it's really a lot more than that. That's why people don't really lock down or get their nutrition locked down, because when they're eliminating things, they're not focusing on the habits, they're focusing on the food. So they're keeping the same shitty habits, but they're just trying with willpower to eat different things. But they're not going to, because they're still hanging out with the wrong people. They're still putting themselves in the wrong situations. They're trying to rely on willpower, and that's going to break, just like it did the first week, Chris. Just like you said, you didn't do it because willpower is not going to last. So just remember that. I mean, you did great and you're still doing great. My point is, be mindful of the habits. It's not just resisting. It's the environment. It's a situation you put yourself in. It's a situation you're putting yourself in. Good post, good comment. Very good. Excellent. All right. I'm thirsty as fuck anyway, and you all have brought to my attention. Let's go, kitty. Yes, they want you. Yes, you little twat. Yes. They want to talk to you. I don't know why. I think it's a water break time, don't you? Well, let's go. Anytime. If it's your first water break, make sure you get your water. I don't have a full tank here, but close. Let's see what's going on. Here we go, fam. Come on, kitty. Let's go. All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, Your Majesty. Can we start now? Thank you. In 3, 2, 1, dance time. Oh, look at you. Yes, kitty. Dance. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That was delicious, delectable. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Oh, feels good. Feels nice. I agree, Michelle. Make new habits. Forget about the old ones. Repetition is key. Don't stop, fam. Don't stop, fam. Is that your first water break? Do we have some new? Oh, my cat is so confused. Oh my God. I think a lot of people, I feel like we haven't done a water break in a while. I think a lot of people were surprised. That probably caught a lot of people off guard. Well, now you know. Now you know. Everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, once in a while, the skies part. And the water rains down from the skies. First water break. I remember my first time. Yow. I remember. Yow. Everyone's like, how come I didn't get a water break my other times? We're not guaranteed a water break. How come it's my first time? I've been left out.
That's fucking bullshit.
I've been left out. Oh God. My first water break. I just got my water break cherry popped. Ooh, yes, you do. I remember my first water break. They always do. All right, let's give away this Swole card. 7 Pillars, Yazbish's first water break. Oh my God. The only podcast that gets you hydrated as fuck. Damn straight, Josh. The only podcast that actually leaves you fucking hydrated. Here we go. Shall we give away this Swole card? Shall we? Well, let me go here. Hold on a second. Put me in. I want to be in the picture. Why can't I be in the picture? That used to work. Interesting. Oh, no, I get it. Wait a second. There we go. Now I'm in the corner. Okay, here we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, we got it. All right, here we go. Swole card, 7 Pillars. Let's do this. You ready? Fucking potty time. Scrolling. Let me take me out. Wait. Scrolling. Shiloh Plummer, congratulations. Oh, this is a fantastic classic. Congratulations, Shiloh. Congratulations. Drop a email. Everyone say congratulations to Shiloh Plummer. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, and with the Swole card 1483 in the subject, and of course your mailing address in the body of the email. support@swolenormous.com. Congratulations. Dun, 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 dun. Everyone say congratulations to Shiloh. Oh, you fucking beaches.
Come on, stop
babies.
whining. Stop whining. Come on, stop being a fucking baby. You win next time, maybe. Maybe you win next time.
Get me fucking amped up. You guys get me amped up. So Shiloh, come forth, Shiloh, and claim your prize. No, it's okay. It's all right. We should wait. You're welcome. There you go. There we go. You're welcome. Not everyone. You should be staying to the end. Because if you don't get your fucking Swole card, if you don't submit that soon, if you don't submit that right away, we might just skip you. It might just get absolved. And then you know what? If you don't claim your Swole card right away, I'm just going to put it on the fucking wall. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to turn this fucking podcast around this very second. I don't care if we're at the end. I will turn this podcast around. That's right. I will go right back to the beginning. I will turn this podcast around and we'll take this right back where we came from. You hear me? You fucking hear me? Oh my goodness. Can I buy one, please? No, you may not. Oh my God. Hey-oh. Wait a second. No, we don't do that. Those are earned. Those Swole cards are masters of fortune. If it's like a wheel of fortune. If the tides of fortune, that's what I meant to say. The tides of fortune has come your way. I know you're joking. So that's when you know. That's when you know the stars are aligning if you follow that kind of shit. Ah, the fortune. The gods have spoken. The gods. Praise the gods. Praise the gods. This is a great way to celebrate losing 15 pounds. There you go. There you go. That's a great way. That's a great way. I agree. I agree. There is no better way. Well, thank you so much, fam. Congratulations, Shiloh. Send us that email. And congratulations to all previous Swole Card winners and possibly you tomorrow. So don't be a little beesh, and make sure you go and check out today's video on the Swolenormous channel, today's NOC, and the Procast. The Procast number 7 is available, so if you haven't yet checked it out and you haven't yet commented, make sure you do so. I'll be working on some other updates that have yet to come for this past week. I apologize, but they're coming soon, and many of them. So we're just going to be vomiting more content inside Swolenormous X. If you want to learn more about joining the Swole fam, check out swolenormousx.com, and I'll see everyone tomorrow for 1484. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy. Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
Then y'all found out.